Just thought this would be a fun, hopefully real quick little video about permaculture practices in a nursery business. We're in our home here in Ithaca, Edible Acres 2, and you can see a stainless steel pot inside the wood stove sending off heat. That's from another video, which I talk about in much deeper detail. Currently pyrolyzing that wood and making charcoal in our wood stove. There's a single piece of firewood in the back, but all the heat that's being generated in the home so far this morning is coming from the syngases in the process of making charcoal. The stack is running nice and clean and hot. We've got the damper on, so there's a lot of heat in here, and a nice fan kicking that heat out into the room. We're stacking functions. We've got two dogs that are really enjoying that warmth. Hello Henry, hello Myrtle. And we've got the start of the nursery season also enjoying the warmth. The room right now is 72 degrees. Up a little higher, it's 75 degrees. And the seedlings seem to be really happy with themselves. We've got bronze fennels and anise hyssop, sages, Turkish rockets starting, astragalus membranicus, angelica, all sorts of varieties of onions, some perennial, some not, all our salad greens getting started, etc. Sea buckthorn seedlings popping in the back, little air potatoes coming up, potato onions coming up, more annual and perennial crops. No real distinction that perennial goes here and annual goes there. They're all co-companions. But the reason why this is interesting is this feedback loop is pretty tight. This potting mix is about 50% charcoal. Right, so there's little gumi seedlings. I'm going to cover those up, put in a label, no compression. There's a nice layer of inoculated charcoal at the bottom, and then a blend of garden soil, finished compost, which came from horses, from hay, from grass clippings and wood chips, some mycelium of King Stropharia mushroom grown out, and the rest is charcoal being generated from a process in wood stove, which is heating the house, which is helping us get the warmth we need to be comfortable and cook, and giving us the charcoal to grow the food that we want to cook to stay warm and enjoy life. So interesting ways to design here. Love to be off-grid eventually, or phase these lights out entirely. They're pretty efficient compact fluorescents, so using them for now, I was able to barter plants for this seed starting rack, so I might as well use it while the getting's good. But just an interesting way to kind of think about how your resources fold into one another, and how they can be really well utilized. You can see here's like an homage to charcoal. This whole thing is filled with dry charcoal, and then the potted plants are potted up in upwards to 80% mixes of charcoal. There's beets coming up, looking pretty good in 80% charcoal, biochar, inoculated with compost and pea and all sorts of bioavailable nutrients. And so this is one of the many ways Edible Acres tries to incorporate as thoughtfully interwoven interrelationship of plants, resources, practices, so that they all mutually support each other and they create things that really thrive and regenerate. So just excited to share that process with folks. Loving the seeds on this Turkish rocket. These are all in recycled salad containers that I got from a recycling bin. Reusable for a bunch of years. Yeah, so that's where we're at this spring. We look forward to getting plant sales going in a month or two. Definitely pushing the envelope. It's been a long, cold winter, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, and I hope things are turning green for you somewhere, in your house or outside or wherever, and that you've got soils that are getting blacker and things above getting greener. Take care.